Good evening. I'm your host, Isha Phalla, welcoming you to GE Presents the Economic Times Net Zero Summit, co-powered by Skoda Volkswagen, with our theme mainstreaming net zero innovation, growth, and transition. The ET Net Zero Summit would focus a lot on innovation, on growth, on transition. The Net Zero Summit aims to assist businesses towards more environmental friendly practices by tracking and by reducing emissions through net zero. The summit brings to you a platform with leaders from the government, business, international organizations, along with civil society, with a diverse group of experts and innovators who will be initiating, accelerating, and scaling up entrepreneurial solutions to tackle climate change and advance sustainable development. So there's a lot of action that we have packed all for you. The deliberations at the summit will help you and your organizations understand the steps at net zero, learn from climate leaders globally, and implement effective measures in your organizations. The commitments to net zero is truly rising, and there is indeed a need to educate more and more businesses on what it employs. Organizations in India today are contributing towards creating a healthier environment, and we all want you to take your steps forward as well. The SDG Summit witnessed the largest global gathering of change makers, individuals, and organizations who have championed sustainability and influenced personalities who have truly led their voices to cause, along with members of civil societies who have dedicated to attaining the SDG in a timely manner and the path towards ESG and net zero emissions. Today, we bring to you a very interactive virtual platform that is an extension of all of this, a very exclusive event on net zero. So let us look forward to engaging and bringing to you a platform with great leaders and more. But before we begin, let me take a moment and thank our partners for their trust in us. I'd like to thank our presenting partner, GE, our co-powered by partner, Skoda Volkswagen. Let me also thank our principal knowledge advisor, Ernst & Young, our industry partners, Hero Electric, Bayer, IBM, AWS. Let me also thank our sustainable technology partner, Capgemini. May I also present to you our knowledge partner, FutureScape, along with our supporting associations for their constant support and guidance, Labs Indicrem, Association for Promoting Sustainability in Campuses and Communities. I'd also like to thank our media partner, Sustainability Next. And of course, the summit has been brought to you by ET Edge Unwired. There's a lot that we have in store for you, but before all of that, let me encourage you to share your thoughts on your social media, be it Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook using our hashtag ETNetZero. For now, we're all set to bring to you our experts on various sessions. First up will be a very special keynote address on mainstreaming the transition to net zero economy. So please do stay tuned for that. such a pleasure to welcome all of you all to our first keynote address on mainstreaming the transition to net zero economy. And I would like to present the floor to Mr. Gurpratap S. Boparai, Managing Director, Skoda Auto Volkswagen India. We welcome you, sir.
And welcome, my dear friends. We do not need climate change experts to tell us that we are on the verge of a global emergency. The impact of catastrophic events like hurricanes, cyclones, floods resulting from climate change are no longer phenomena that are happening just to other countries, but also to ours. Bouts of unseasonal rains, cyclones, floods are becoming the norm. Some facts that will make us sit up and take notice. The Earth is now 1.1 degrees warmer than it was at the start of the Industrial Revolution. Between 1880 and 1980, the temperatures rose on an average by 0.07 degrees every 10 years. The figure today has more than doubled to 0.18 degrees increase per decade. 2010 to 2019 was the warmest decade on record. 9 of the warmest years since 1880 have occurred since 2005. Closer home, in the last decade, India lost over 223,000 hectares of the tropical forest area to forest fires, deforestation for development projects, and other land uses, according to Global Forest Watch, an organization that monitors global forest covers. This loss accounts for 16% of India's forest cover. If we continue on the current path, global temperatures are expected to increase by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, leading to severe and irreversible damage. Yes, friends, the task is onerous and the window of opportunity small, but the risk is existential. Needless to say, our lives and those of our future generations depend on it. I would like to thank the Economic Times for this opportunity to partner with them as they shine the light on this very critical topic. Combating climate change and securing a net zero future is not just the challenge of the century. It is a race against time, a challenge that cannot be tackled in isolation. It calls for the worlds of politics, business, and society to pull together, find innovative solutions, and make bold investments. What is heartening is that these conversations have already begun. We are not completely powerless in the face of this challenge. I'm sure the speakers after me and the panel discussions planned during the day will deliberate and debate on how this can and should happen. Allow me to briefly touch upon the role of each constituent. Commitment from governments to net zero targets and appropriate interventions through policy announcements, regulatory frameworks, and incentives are key to making a real difference and will provide the foundation that can expedite acceptance and eventually change. These policies, of course, must be predictable, stable, and adaptive in order to enable the corporate sector to develop business plans with clear net zero milestones. The corporate or private sector, for its part, will need to become more accountable and willingly take on sustainability targets. In addition to continuing with their role in creating awareness through cutting-edge research, environment groups and media will also have to partner with governments and the private sector to make these conversations more mainstream and acknowledge those who rise above and beyond. These collective actions will go a long way in creating a virtuous cycle where sustainability becomes the way of life. Globally, there have been 2 pivotal discussions, COP15 held in Paris and COP26 held in Glasgow, that have brought into focus the collective action required to reverse the effects of industrialization on climate change. Many countries have announced commitments to carbon neutrality. India has pledged to achieve its net zero target by the year 2070, and in the interim has committed to increase its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts by 2030 and meet 50% of its energy requirements from renewable energy by 2030. Clean electrification has been acknowledged by experts as the solution that can get us 3/4 of the way to net zero. Many corporates, specifically automakers globally, have already announced plans to go electric over the next 2 decades. However, accelerated electrification alone is not the answer. The way to zero needs to go beyond that to include the entire vehicle life cycle, decarbonization of the supply chain and production, investments in green energy, and responsible recycling. Supply chains and production make up around 48% of an electric vehicle's carbon footprint. A further 46% of CO2 emissions are generated during the usage phase. Decarbonizing supply chains and production, the consistent use of green energy during EV usage, and responsible disposal and recycling of batteries and components therefore need to be addressed. The Volkswagen Group globally has stated its intent to be net carbon neutral by 2050 at the latest. Between now and 2025 alone, the company will invest approximately 14 billion euros in decarbonization measures. The objective is to achieve sustainable e-mobility for all, and we've set out on the way to zero and are consistently placing the environment at the focus of our activities. In addition to our electric vehicle offensive, we are taking a holistic approach to decarbonization, from production through service life to recycling. And we have the first car maker to support the expansion of renewable energies on an industrial scale. In India too, Škoda Auto Volkswagen India has begun its journey towards sustainability by signing up for the group's Go to Zero mission statement. Our team is focusing on various aspects of sustainability, such as circular economy, biodiversity management, sustainable materials, and sustainable supply chain, among others. Decarbonization is the key focus area. Our efforts at decarbonizing business and operations are centered around the following key principles. Avoid through energy efficient operations and process optimization in the supply chain. Reduce by switching to renewables, and compensate through investment in forest protection and conservation measures and afforestation. Solar rooftop project at our facility in Chakan is not only the first, but also one of the largest in any automobile manufacturing unit in India, saving 9,000 tons of CO2 every year. We have a clear roadmap and dedicated teams working to be carbon neutral in production by the second half of the decade. Our production footprints are zero liquid discharge, zero waste to landfill certified operations. We have also achieved net water positive certifications through our conservation projects. We have a well-defined biodiversity management plan, along with significant and visible impacts being made towards the protection and conservation of the terrestrial ecosystem, as well as underwater life and ecology. Interventions such as the Butterfly Garden, the Bee Park have already received recognition. Various biodiversity conservation efforts have resulted in improving the biodiversity index of the area by 30% from the 2014 baseline. We are going beyond our manufacturing operations to our dealers and supplier partners to reduce the impact to the environment. We are actively engaging with suppliers and vendors to create awareness on the imperatives of renewable energy, and we are hand-holding them in their efforts towards integrating renewables in their energy mix. Recycling, reduction, and reuse of packing materials in the supply chain are some of the initiatives that we are focusing on. I'm happy to share that between 2020 and 2021, we have been certified as zero waste to landfill, zero liquid discharge, and net water positive. The path to net zero emissions is narrow. Staying on it requires massive deployment of all available clean energy technologies, such as renewables, EVs, and energy efficient building retrofits between now and 2030. The technologies we need are known, but some require significantly further development before commercial application and large-scale deployment is possible. Time is of essence. India is aspiring to realize its vision of 100% electric vehicles within the next 2 decades. And there have been some significant steps by the government, both on the policy and the subsidies front towards that end. Globally, industry observers believe that we have already passed the tipping point where sales of electric vehicles will very rapidly overwhelm ICE cars. For any real change to happen, we must have more EVs on road. More EVs will mean faster adoption and quicker development of the EV ecosystem. With accelerated adoption, India stands a real chance at becoming the world leader in EVs, accelerating its way towards net zero. Sustainability is not a problem to be solved, but a future to be created. With sufficient action taken over the next decade and sustained over the decades beyond, a zero carbon economy by 2050 can definitely be achieved. With this thought, I wish all the participants a day filled with insightful discussions and innovative perspectives. Have a great session ahead.
Thank you so very much for sharing your inputs there with us, sir. It is such a pleasure to have you here on board with us. And thank you also for sharing the steps that Skoda Volkswagen has been taken for a greener and a better environment. It is organizations like yours that are creating a change, and we only encourage more and more organizations to step forward in this very, very positive way. As we look forward to our next session, it's going to be a very special address on transforming to a net zero emissions energy system, on policies, partnerships, and implementation. Very soon, we'll be inviting our next speaker, so please do stay tuned.